The discovery of the archive. In a small town nestled between green hills, there lived a young programmer named Alex. Alex was known for his curiosity and love for technology. Every day after school, he would spend hours in his room, surrounded by old computers and wires, trying to figure out how things worked. He was particularly fascinated by the idea that technology could connect people and change lives. One rainy afternoon, while sorting through boxes of discarded electronics in the attic, Alex stumbled upon a dusty old computer. Its case was scratched, and it looked like it hadn't been used in years. Intrigued, he decided to take it back to his room. After a little tinkering, he managed to turn it on. The screen flickered to life, revealing a command prompt. "What secrets do you hold?" Alex whispered to himself, his fingers dancing over the keyboard. He began typing commands, hoping to uncover something interesting. As he navigated through the system, he found files labeled with strange names. HFY_story1.txt, HFY_story2.txt, and more. His heart raced with excitement. He had heard about HFY stories, tales of humanity triumphing against overwhelming odds. But he never thought he would find a treasure trove of them. Curiosity took over as he opened the first file. The text filled the screen, and Alex began to read. The story was about a time when aliens invaded Earth, thinking they could easily conquer the planet. The aliens underestimated humanity, but through clever tactics and sheer determination, humans fought back and drove them away. As he read, Alex could feel the adrenaline rush of the battle, and he imagined himself in the story, fighting alongside the brave heroes. After finishing the first story, Alex felt a surge of inspiration. He couldn't believe how powerful the words were. They painted a vivid picture of courage and innovation. He decided to read another story. With each tale, he discovered more about humanity's potential. There were stories of scientists inventing new technologies to defeat foes, diplomats negotiating peace with aliens, and ordinary people rising to extraordinary challenges. Time flew by, and before Alex knew it, the sun had set. The room was filled with the soft glow of the computer screen as he continued to read, absorbed in the stories. He was amazed at how these tales sparked his imagination. The ideas presented in each story seemed to unlock new possibilities in his mind. Suddenly, he stumbled upon a file labeled Introduction to the Archive. Intrigued, he opened it. The text revealed that the archive contained stories from people all over the world, collected over many years. Each story was unique but shared a common theme: humanity's resilience in the face of adversity. It encouraged readers to share their own stories and keep the tradition alive. "This is incredible," Alex exclaimed, his heart racing. He realized that he had discovered something significant. This archive was not just a collection of stories. It was a legacy. It contained the hopes and dreams of countless individuals who believed in the power of humanity. Inspired by what he had read, Alex made a decision. He wanted to share these stories with the world. He envisioned creating a platform where people could access these tales and add their own. He wanted to spark a movement, encouraging others to see the strength in humanity. With newfound determination, he spent the next few days working on a plan. He started designing a website where he could post the stories from the archive. He carefully organized the tales, making sure each one had its own space. He also included a section for visitors to submit their own stories, encouraging creativity and imagination. As he worked, Alex felt a sense of purpose. The stories inspired him, and he believed they could inspire others too. He imagined people reading the stories, feeling empowered, and sharing them with their friends. His heart swelled with excitement at the thought of bringing people together through the power of storytelling. Finally, after weeks of hard work, Alex launched the website. He named it HFY Archive, Stories of Humanity. He promoted it on social media, sharing snippets of the stories and inviting others to contribute. The response was overwhelming. People from different backgrounds began submitting their own HFY stories. Each story was unique, filled with creativity and hope. As the website grew, so did Alex's passion for technology and storytelling. He spent hours reading submissions, interacting with contributors, and watching the community flourish. The stories had created a space for dialogue, connection, and shared experiences. Alex often thought about how a simple discovery in his attic changed his life. The hidden archive had opened a door to a world filled with possibilities. He realized that through technology and storytelling, he could make a difference. His journey had just begun, and he was excited to see where it would lead. Little did Alex know, this was only the start of something much bigger. The stories in the archive would not only inspire him, but also countless others around the world. The power of humanity's narrative was just waiting to be unleashed. The first submission. As weeks passed, Alex's website, HFY Archive, Stories of Humanity, gained traction. The stories flowed in from various contributors, each filled with adventure, resilience, and triumph. With each submission, Alex felt a growing sense of responsibility to curate and share these tales. He spent hours reading and editing them, ensuring they captured the essence of humanity's strength. One afternoon, as the sun cast a warm glow through his bedroom window, a new submission caught his eye. The title read, "The Last Stand of Earth." Intrigued, Alex clicked to read. The story began in a future where Earth faced a formidable alien invasion. The aliens were technologically advanced and seemingly unstoppable. Humanity was on the brink of extinction, and hope was dwindling. The narrative described how, despite overwhelming odds, a small group of soldiers banded together to defend their home. They were outnumbered, but their determination was fierce. They crafted makeshift weapons from everyday objects, using their ingenuity to level the playing field. The soldiers worked as a team, each one bringing unique skills to the table. As Alex read on, he could feel the tension rising with every word. The tale reached a climax as the soldiers faced the alien forces in a desperate battle. The odds were against them, but their courage shone bright. They fought not just for themselves, but for the future of humanity. The soldiers' unwavering spirit became a beacon of hope, igniting the fire of resistance in those who still believed in the power of humanity. By the end of the story, tears filled Alex's eyes. The bravery depicted in the tale resonated deeply within him. It reminded him of the stories he had read in the archive, the common theme of humanity's resilience against adversity. This story, however, struck a chord with him in a way that was both personal and profound. Inspired by the submission, Alex decided to reach out to the author. He discovered that the writer was a young woman named Mia, living in a nearby city. He sent her a message, expressing his admiration for her story and inviting her to share more of her work on the website. To his delight, Maya replied almost immediately, excited about the opportunity to connect with others who shared her passion for storytelling. They exchanged messages, discussing their favorite HFY stories and the power of imagination. Alex learned that Mia had been writing for years, using her stories as an escape from reality. She loved the idea of a community where people could celebrate human strength and creativity. Inspired by their conversations, Mia decided to contribute more stories, and together, they began brainstorming ideas for collaborative projects. One night, as they chatted online, Mia shared a bold idea. "What if we host a storytelling contest?" she proposed. "We could invite people to submit their own HFY stories, and the winners could get featured on the homepage of the site." Alex's eyes widened at the suggestion. It was a brilliant way to engage the community and encourage more submissions. Excited about the prospect, they spent hours planning the contest. They discussed rules, themes, and prizes, ensuring the event would be inclusive and welcoming to all. Alex felt a rush of energy as they bounced ideas off each other, their shared enthusiasm igniting a sense of purpose. With the contest details finalized, they announced it on the website and across social media platforms. Alex and Mia encouraged everyone to participate, emphasizing that the stories didn't have to be perfect. They just needed to reflect the spirit of humanity. The response was overwhelming. Within days, submissions poured in from all corners of the globe. As the deadline approached, Alex found himself immersed in reading the entries. Each story showcased different perspectives, cultures, and ideas. There were tales of scientists inventing devices to save the world, artists inspiring change through their creations, and everyday heroes standing up for what was right. The variety of stories highlighted the richness of human experience and the creativity that thrived within each contributor. Finally, the day arrived for Alex and Mia to select the winners. They sat together, reviewing each entry, discussing the merits of every story. The process was both exhilarating and challenging. They wanted to honor the spirit of each submission while recognizing the ones that truly captured the essence of HFY. After hours of deliberation, they reached a consensus. They announced the winners with excitement and gratitude. The featured stories were published on the website, gaining immediate attention and praise from the community. Readers praised the diverse voices and the unique perspectives woven into each narrative. In the following weeks, the website continued to grow, and the contest became an annual event. Alex felt a sense of fulfillment as he watched the community thrive. He realized that the HFY archive had transformed into more than just a collection of stories. It had become a space for connection, creativity, and celebration of humanity. Through their efforts, Alex and Mia had built a platform that inspired countless individuals to share their tales of hope and resilience. As he looked back on the journey, Alex felt grateful for the day he discovered the hidden archive in his attic. That single moment had set off a chain reaction, leading him to a community filled with passionate storytellers and dreamers. With each story shared and each connection made, the legacy of humanity's triumphs continued to grow, leaving an indelible mark on everyone involved. Alex knew that the best was yet to come, and he was excited to see how far their adventure would take them. The contest begins. As the excitement from the first storytelling contest faded into memories, the HFY archive flourished. New stories, fresh ideas, and diverse voices poured in from every corner of the world. The community was buzzing with creativity, each contributor eager to showcase their unique perspective on what made humanity special. Alex felt a deep sense of pride as he watched the archive evolve, growing into a beacon of inspiration for many. One sunny afternoon, as Alex sat at his desk reviewing submissions, he received a message from Mia. She had an idea for the next contest that would elevate their efforts even further. How about we create a theme for the next contest? Something that can unite everyone, she suggested excitedly. We can call it Humanity's Greatest Triumphs. Alex thought for a moment. That sounds amazing. We could encourage stories that highlight significant achievements in science, art, and even ordinary acts of kindness. It could be a celebration of everything humanity stands for. With their plans set, they quickly announced the new contest on the website and social media platforms. The theme resonated with the community, sparking interest and excitement. Soon after, submissions began flooding in, each story reflecting the various ways humans have triumphed throughout history. Weeks passed, and as the deadline approached, Alex felt a mix of anticipation and nervousness. He knew that the submissions would vary widely, from historical fiction to futuristic tales, and he was eager to dive into the wealth of creativity. He scheduled a meeting with Mia to discuss their expectations and how they could best evaluate the stories. On the day of the meeting, Alex found himself pacing in his room. He had a growing sense of responsibility, knowing how important this contest was for the community. When Mia logged on, her enthusiasm immediately lifted his spirits. They shared their thoughts about the submissions and how they could engage the audience even more this time. What if we also have a public voting system for the top entries? Mia suggested. This way, our community can be more involved in the decision-making process, and it will create excitement as people rally behind their favorite stories. That's a great idea, Alex replied, feeling energized by the thought. We could showcase the top 10 stories and let the community vote on their favorites. It would make everyone feel like they're part of the process. With their ideas solidified, they quickly set up the voting system on the website. When the submission deadline arrived, they were astounded by the number of entries. People from different cultures shared stories of triumphs against adversity, from small-town heroes saving their communities to inventors changing the world with groundbreaking technology. As Alex began to read through the submissions, he was captivated by the depth of emotion and creativity. Each story showcased not only human resilience, but also the power of hope and unity. He noticed that some submissions focused on personal experiences, recounting moments where individuals made a difference in their lives and the lives of others. One story, titled "The Heart of a Teacher," caught Alex's attention. It narrated how a dedicated teacher in a struggling school inspired her students to pursue their dreams, despite the challenges they faced. The heartfelt account detailed how she transformed a barren classroom into a place of hope, filled with color and creativity. Alex could almost feel the warmth radiating from the pages, and it left him deeply moved. Another entry, "The Innovators," followed a group of friends who created a low-cost water purification system for their village. This simple invention changed lives, allowing access to clean water for the first time. The passion and determination of the characters in the story resonated with Alex, reminding him of the incredible potential within humanity. As they approached the final selection process, Mia and Alex spent countless hours discussing the merits of each story. They laughed and cried together as they shared their favorites, each narrative igniting their imaginations. It was a beautiful journey of discovery, and they felt a strong bond forming as they united over their shared love for storytelling. Finally, after much deliberation, they narrowed it down to 10 finalists. Alex felt a thrill of excitement as he prepared to launch the public voting. He knew this was an important moment for the community, allowing them to engage directly with the stories they loved. When they announced the finalists, the response was overwhelming. People flooded the comments section, expressing their enthusiasm and support for their favorite entries. The sense of community was palpable, and Alex could hardly keep up with the messages pouring in. The voting period was a whirlwind of activity. Each day brought new discussions, and readers passionately defended their favorites. Alex and Mia watched in awe as the community came together, united by the shared appreciation for the power of human achievement. After a week of excitement, the voting closed, and it was time to announce the winners. Alex and Mia gathered virtually, their hearts racing with anticipation. They counted the votes together, laughing and cheering as they went through the results. Finally, the moment arrived. With a deep breath, Alex shared the news on the website. The winners of the Humanity's Greatest Triumphs contest are. As they revealed the top entries, Alex felt a wave of pride wash over him. The stories showcased the incredible spirit of humanity, each one celebrating unique triumphs that resonated with readers far and wide. The winners were met with applause and cheers from the community, and Alex couldn't help but smile at the joy radiating from everyone involved. This contest had brought people together, reminding them all of the extraordinary strength and creativity that humanity possesses. As the dust settled from the contest, Alex felt grateful for the journey he had embarked on. Through the stories shared, he had found a sense of belonging and purpose within the HFY community. He knew that together, they could continue to inspire and uplift each other, celebrating the beauty of human ingenuity and resilience. With excitement bubbling in his chest, Alex began to think about the next steps. He envisioned future contests, new themes, and even more captivating stories waiting to be uncovered. The HFY archive had become more than just a collection of stories. It was a movement, a celebration of the indomitable human spirit. The revelation. As the excitement of the contest faded, the HFY archive continued to grow. Stories were being submitted at an astonishing rate, and Alex felt a sense of responsibility to ensure that each piece received the attention it deserved. With the momentum built from the contest, he realized it was time to dive deeper into the archive's potential. One evening, as Alex read through the new submissions, he stumbled upon a story titled Echoes of the Past. Intrigued, he opened it and began to read. The narrative unfolded like a tapestry, weaving together historical moments where humanity overcame great odds. It spoke of the first moon landing, the fight for civil rights, and even the quiet heroism of ordinary people during times of war. Each paragraph resonated with a familiar truth, the relentless spirit of humanity. Alex's heart raced as he finished the story. It sparked a revelation within him. What if the archive not only celebrated stories of triumph, but also became a repository of knowledge about the very essence of humanity? What if they could create a series that explored pivotal moments in human history, told through the lens of imagination and creativity? Excited by the idea, he called Mia to share his vision. When she answered, Alex could barely contain his enthusiasm. Mia, what if we create a new series within the archive? A series that highlights key moments in human history and how they reflect our resilience and creativity. Mia's voice crackled with excitement. That sounds amazing. We could encourage people to blend historical facts with their own fictional twists. It would be a way for them to connect with the past and draw inspiration for the future. They decided to launch the new series, calling it Humanity's Legacy. The premise was simple. Writers could choose a historical event, real or imagined, and tell the story from their perspective. They encouraged creativity, allowing contributors to take liberties with history as long as the core message of resilience and hope remained intact. To spread the word, they designed eye-catching graphics and shared the concept across social media and the HFY archive platform. The response was immediate and overwhelmingly positive. The community was buzzing with ideas, eager to explore their favorite historical moments through storytelling. As submissions began to flow in, Alex felt a wave of inspiration. Each story he read opened a window into a different time, allowing him to experience the struggles and triumphs of humanity throughout history. There were tales of ancient civilizations rising and falling, the courage of those who fought for justice, and the ingenuity that led to groundbreaking inventions. One story that particularly caught his eye was titled The Last Letter. It depicted a soldier in World War I writing a letter to his family as he faced the chaos of battle. The poignant words painted a vivid picture of love, hope, and the longing for peace. Alex felt tears welling up in his eyes as he imagined the emotions that soldier must have experienced, making the story resonate on a deeply personal level. Another submission, A Beacon of Hope, chronicled the story of a young woman during the civil rights movement. It showcased her determination to make a difference in a world filled with discrimination and injustice. The writer's ability to capture the raw emotions of fear, bravery, and hope left a lasting impact on Alex. He could almost feel the pulse of history, reminding him of the ongoing struggle for equality. As the series gained traction, Alex and Mia decided to host a live event to discuss the stories submitted so far. They scheduled an online gathering, inviting contributors to share their thoughts on the historical events they had chosen and the creative process behind their narratives. On the day of the event, excitement buzzed in the air as participants logged on. The chat filled with greetings and anticipation, and Alex couldn't help but smile. This was more than just a meeting. It was a celebration of the community they had built together. Mia kicked off the event, welcoming everyone and sharing the goals of humanity's legacy. As she spoke, Alex felt a swell of pride. They had created something special, a space for people to express their love for history through storytelling. As the participants began sharing their stories, a sense of connection blossomed. Each person recounted their inspiration and the historical figures that motivated them. The tales woven together painted a vivid tapestry of humanity's past, showcasing not only the struggles but also the triumphs that shaped the world. One participant, named Sam, shared his story about the invention of the printing press. He discussed how this revolutionary invention allowed for the spread of ideas and knowledge, changing the course of history. It wasn't just about the machine, he explained passionately. It was about giving a voice to the voiceless and empowering people to share their thoughts and ideas. The chat exploded with applause and cheers, and Alex felt a deep sense of satisfaction. This was what the HFY archive was all about, a community that celebrated creativity, resilience, and the indomitable spirit of humanity. As the event progressed, stories flowed freely, and participants engaged in meaningful discussions. They explored the historical significance of their chosen events, drawing parallels to contemporary issues. The conversation sparked new ideas, and Alex realized how powerful storytelling could be as a catalyst for change. When the event concluded, participants left with a renewed sense of purpose and excitement. Alex and Mia exchanged thrilled glances, knowing they had fostered something truly special. The HFY archive had become more than just a collection of stories. It was a living testament to the resilience of humanity and the power of imagination. In the following weeks, the Humanities Legacy series continued to flourish. New submissions rolled in, each one a unique interpretation of historical moments that shaped the world. The archive became a treasure trove of stories, celebrating the triumphs and creativity of humanity throughout time. Alex couldn't help but feel a sense of fulfillment as he watched the community grow and thrive. He realized that they were not just preserving history, they were creating a new narrative, a narrative that inspired hope, creativity, and a sense of belonging. With each passing day, he looked forward to the next chapter of their journey, eager to see where their collective imagination would take them. Little did he know, the next story waiting to be uncovered would bring an unexpected twist that would challenge everything they thought they knew about the HFY archive. The unexpected visitor. As the weeks passed, the HFY archive continued to thrive, with new stories pouring in and the community expanding. Alex and Mia were thrilled to see the impact of humanity's legacy. Writers were exploring themes of hope and resilience, and the archive became a hub for creative minds. Yet, amid the excitement, something unusual was brewing. One rainy evening, Alex was alone in his small apartment, scrolling through the latest submissions. The rain pattered against the window, and the soft glow of his computer screen illuminated the dim room. Just as he was about to close his laptop for the night, a notification popped up. It was a message from an anonymous user. Intrigued, Alex clicked on it. The message read, "I have something important to share. Meet me at the old library at midnight." His heart raced. Who could this be? Why the secrecy? Despite his curiosity, Alex felt a flicker of apprehension. The old library had been closed for years, a relic of a bygone era, shrouded in rumors and mystery. But the allure of uncovering a secret was too tempting to resist. He decided to go. As the clock struck midnight, Alex made his way to the library. The streets were quiet, and the moon cast a silver light over the world. The air was cool and crisp, heightening his senses. He approached the library, its once grand facade now worn and weathered. The large wooden doors creaked open as he pushed them, revealing the dimly lit interior. The smell of old books filled the air, and dust particles danced in the moonlight. Alex stepped inside, feeling a mix of excitement and trepidation. He glanced around, searching for any sign of his mysterious contact. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was a tall woman with long, dark hair and an intense gaze. "You came," she said, her voice low but firm. "I'm glad. My name is Ilara. Why did you want to meet me here?" Alex asked, trying to keep his voice steady. "I've been following the HFY archive for some time now," Ilara explained. "Your series, Humanity's Legacy, is more than just stories. It has the potential to change how we view our past. our struggles, and our future. Confused, Alex raised an eyebrow. How do you mean? Ilara stepped closer, her expression serious. What if I told you that some of these stories are more than just fiction? They are echoes of the past, fragments of history that have been long forgotten. There's a reason why humanity has always fought against the odds. Intrigued, Alex leaned in. What are you saying? I'm saying that the archive has attracted attention from those who wish to control the narrative of our history, she replied. If we don't act quickly, these stories could be silenced. Alex's mind raced with questions. Who would do that? Why? Ilara's eyes narrowed. There are forces at play, both within and outside of our world, that do not want humanity to remember its true strength. They want to keep us divided, unaware of our potential. The HFY archive is a threat to their plans. Feeling the mix of fear and determination, Alex asked, what can we do? We need to protect the archive and ensure that the stories keep flowing. I have information about a hidden archive, one that holds the truth about humanity's past. If we can access it, we can uncover secrets that will empower our community and inspire future generations. The weight of her words sank in. Alex knew they were at a critical juncture. The HFY archive was more than just a collection of stories. It was a movement, a beacon of hope in a world that often seemed dark and uncertain. Let's do it, Alex said, determination flooding his voice. Where do we start? Ilara smiled faintly. First, we need to gather a small team, people who understand the importance of these stories. Together, we'll uncover the hidden truths and ensure the archive continues to thrive. Over the next few days, Alex and Ilara worked tirelessly to assemble their team. They reached out to trusted contributors from the HFY archive, those who had shown exceptional creativity and commitment to the community. Each person they recruited brought unique skills and perspectives, from tech experts to storytellers. As their team grew, they began to formulate a plan. Their first step was to find the hidden archive Ilara had mentioned. She revealed that it was located in a forgotten section of the city, buried beneath layers of history. The stories contained within were rumored to hold powerful truths about humanity's past, truths that could ignite a fire in the hearts of people everywhere. With a sense of purpose, the team set out to locate the hidden archive. They spent hours researching old maps, sifting through historical records, and piecing together clues. The deeper they dug, the more they discovered about the mysterious archive and the forces that sought to keep it hidden. On the day of their expedition, the team gathered at the meeting point, a crumbling building that once housed a bustling library. The atmosphere was electric with anticipation. Armed with flashlights, notebooks, and a shared sense of purpose, they ventured into the depths of the forgotten underground tunnels. As they made their way through the damp, dark passages, the air was thick with dust and mystery. Alex could feel the weight of history pressing down on them, urging them to press on. They encountered remnants of the past, faded signs, old books, and fragments of stories long forgotten. Finally, after what felt like hours, they stumbled upon a heavy iron door, adorned with intricate carvings. It looked ancient and imposing. "This must be it," Ilara whispered, her eyes shining with excitement. With a deep breath, Alex pushed the door open, revealing a vast room filled with shelves upon shelves of old tomes and scrolls. The sight was breathtaking, a treasure trove of knowledge waiting to be uncovered. As they stepped inside, the team knew they had embarked on a journey that would forever change the HFY archive and their understanding of humanity's legacy. They were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, fueled by the stories of the past and the hope for a brighter future. Little did they know, the truths they would uncover would test their resolve and reshape their mission in ways they had never imagined. The hidden truths. As the team gathered their breath and surveyed the room filled with ancient tomes and scrolls, an overwhelming sense of purpose enveloped them. They had uncovered the hidden archive, a treasure trove of knowledge that had the potential to reshape their understanding of humanity's past. Alex felt a mix of excitement and anxiety, aware that the journey ahead would be filled with both revelations and challenges. Ilara stepped forward, brushing her fingers over the spines of the dusty books. "We have to be careful. These texts may contain sensitive information, and we don't know what forces are watching us." The team dispersed, each member drawn to different sections of the archive. Alex gravitated towards a large table at the center, where a massive tome lay open. Its pages were yellowed and fragile, but the text was still legible. He leaned in, reading the faded words, and was immediately captivated. The book recounted tales of humanity's resilience during ancient conflicts. Each story spoke of courage, ingenuity, and the unbreakable spirit of humans when faced with insurmountable odds. The more Alex read, the more he realized that these stories were not just fiction. They were accounts of actual events that had shaped human history. It was as if the pages were calling out to him, urging him to share these truths with the world. Meanwhile, Mia, a talented tech expert on the team, explored a nearby shelf filled with scrolls. As she unrolled one, her eyes widened in disbelief. "Guys, you need to see this," she called, her voice echoing through the dusty chamber. The team quickly gathered around Mia, who held up a scroll with a detailed map of the ancient world. The map depicted not only geographical features, but also marked locations of significant battles and historical events. "This could help us connect the dots," she explained, excitement lacing her voice. "It shows where these stories originated." Hilara's eyes sparkled with determination. "We can use this to draw parallels between the past and present. These stories can inspire people to realize their strength and the importance of unity." As they continued to sift through the archive, they unearthed scrolls detailing advanced technologies and forgotten inventions that humanity had created over the centuries. Alex's mind raced with the implications. These could be groundbreaking. If we can compile this information, it might fuel new innovations and challenge the notion that humans are primitive. Just as they were immersing themselves in the knowledge, a sudden noise echoed through the chamber. The sound of footsteps reverberated off the stone walls, causing a wave of tension to wash over the team. "Did you hear that?" whispered Jake, another member of the team, his eyes wide with concern. Ilara nodded, her expression serious. "We need to hide these texts. If anyone finds us here, it could jeopardize everything we're working for." The team quickly sprang into action. They tucked the scrolls and important texts into their backpacks, careful not to damage the fragile materials. Just as they finished, the heavy door creaked open, and a group of men in dark uniforms entered the archive. Their presence sent a chill down Alex's spine. "Search the area," one of them ordered, scanning the room with piercing eyes. "The files must be here somewhere." Alex's heart raced. They had been discovered. He quickly motioned for the team to retreat to a hidden alcove behind a row of shelves. They crouched down, holding their breath as the intruders moved closer. "We can't let them find us," Ilara whispered urgently. "We need to wait until they leave." The team stayed silent, their hearts pounding as the men rifled through the room, tossing aside scrolls and books. The tension was palpable, and Alex could feel the weight of the moment pressing down on them. They had come too far to let this be the end. After what felt like an eternity, the intruders finally seemed to lose interest. "Let's check the lower levels," one of them suggested. "There's no way they would come in here without looking for something bigger." With that, they turned and exited the archive, leaving the team in relative silence. Once they were certain the danger had passed, Alex exhaled sharply, feeling a wave of relief wash over him. "That was too close," he said, glancing at Ilara. Ilara nodded, her eyes filled with determination. "We have to move quickly. We can't stay here any longer. We need to take this information and find a way to protect it." As they carefully exited the hidden archive, Alex realized the stakes had risen significantly. They were no longer just a group of storytellers. They were now guardians of knowledge that could empower humanity. They had to ensure that these truths were shared and protected at all costs. Once outside, they regrouped in a nearby park, finding a quiet spot to catch their breath. "What do we do now?" Maya asked, her voice shaky from the encounter. "We need to rally the HFY community," Alex replied, his voice steady. "We have to share what we found and make sure people understand the significance of these stories. We can't let the powers that be dictate our history or our future." The team agreed, and over the next few days, they worked tirelessly to compile the information they had gathered. They created a plan to release a series of videos, highlighting the forgotten stories and the truths they had uncovered. They knew they had to act fast, as the threat of those dark figures lingered in the background. As the videos went live, the response from the HFY community was overwhelming. Viewers resonated with the messages of hope, resilience, and the undeniable strength of humanity. Comments flooded in, praising the archive and the team's dedication to sharing these important narratives. But as they celebrated their success, Alex couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning. The forces that sought to suppress humanity's legacy would not back down easily. They had to stay vigilant, for the fight for truth had only just begun. The team was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, united by their purpose and the stories that connected them all. The battle for truth. The success of their initial videos sparked a fire within the HFY community. People from all walks of life began sharing their stories and experiences, rallying together under the banner of humanity's resilience. Alex, Ilara, Mia, and the rest of the team felt a surge of hope and determination, realizing that they had ignited something powerful. But as the views and engagement climbed, so did the threats. Anonymous messages started flooding their inboxes, warning them to stop sharing the stories or face dire consequences. It was clear that their discovery had caught the attention of powerful entities determined to silence the truth. "Guys, we can't back down now," Alex said during a team meeting, his voice steady despite the growing tension. "This is bigger than us. We have to keep pushing forward." Ilara nodded in agreement. "The people need to know the truth. We've awakened a spirit in the community, and we can't let fear stop us. We'll need to be smarter and more cautious, though." Mia, ever the strategist, proposed a plan. "Let's create a series of videos that not only share the stories but also educate our viewers on the importance of preserving history. We can show them how to protect this knowledge and ensure it is not lost again." The team agreed, and they got to work. They pored over the ancient texts and stories they had found, crafting engaging content that would both inspire and educate. They infused the videos with powerful messages about unity and resilience, urging viewers to take a stand against misinformation and manipulation. As their videos gained traction, they also began to notice a change in their surroundings. Strange cars parked outside their homes, and unfamiliar figures seemed to follow them whenever they ventured out. The reality of their situation began to sink in. They were not just storytellers. They were now targets. One evening, after a long day of filming, Alex and Ilara sat on the couch, reviewing the latest video. "This one feels different," Ilara said, her brow furrowed. "I think it's hitting home for a lot of people." Just as Alex was about to respond, a loud crash echoed from the front door. They both jumped up, exchanging worried glances. The door swung open violently, and a group of masked figures burst into their home. "Get down," Alex shouted, instinctively pushing Ilara behind him. The intruders rushed in, shouting orders and demanding the team hand over their recordings and research. "Who sent you?" Ilara shouted defiantly, her heart racing. "You can't silence us." The lead intruder smirked, his eyes cold. "You're playing a dangerous game. Hand over the files, and this can end peacefully." Alex felt a surge of anger. "We won't let you intimidate us. These stories belong to the people, and we will share them." Suddenly, Mia appeared from the kitchen, clutching a portable hard drive. "I've already uploaded everything to a secure server. You won't find anything here," she yelled, her voice shaking but resolute. The intruders hesitated, their confidence wavering. "Get her," the leader shouted. In that instant, Ilara sprang into action, grabbing a nearby chair and swinging it at the nearest intruder. The chair cracked against his shoulder, sending him stumbling back. Alex quickly followed up with a punch to another intruder, adrenaline coursing through him. Mia, still holding the hard drive, bolted for the back door. "We need to go. Now," she yelled. The team scrambled, using the element of surprise to fight back against their attackers. They pushed through the chaos, managing to evade their assailants and flee into the night. As they ran, the sound of footsteps and shouts echoed behind them, urging them to move faster. After what felt like hours, they finally reached a safe house provided by an ally in the HFY community. Breathless and shaken, they gathered in a small living room, their hearts racing. "What just happened?" Jake asked, disbelief etched on his face. "Are we safe?" "For now," Ilara said, wiping sweat from her brow. "But we can't let this stop us. We have to keep sharing our message, and we need to find a way to protect our community." Mia nodded, her expression serious. "I've secured the files, but we should also consider reaching out to other HFY groups. Together, we can create a network to protect ourselves and spread the truth." The team worked tirelessly over the next few weeks, coordinating with other HFY communities and building a network of support. They organized rallies, workshops, and online seminars, emphasizing the importance of truth and unity in the face of adversity. As their community grew stronger, so did their resolve. They were no longer just a small team. They had become a movement, inspiring countless others to stand up for their stories and fight against the forces that sought to silence them. One night, as they gathered around a computer to plan their next video, Alex felt a surge of pride. "Look at what we've built. This isn't just about us anymore. It's about everyone who believes in the power of humanity." Ilara smiled, her eyes shining with determination. "We are the voice of those who came before us, and those who will come after us. We can't stop now. We'll continue to tell our stories, no matter what." And so, the battle for truth raged on. The team understood that their fight was not just against their attackers, but also against ignorance and fear. They had the power of history behind them, and they would not be silenced. With every story they shared, every rally they organized, and every new connection they made, they strengthened the fabric of their community. They were more than just storytellers. They were champions of humanity, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Together, they would ensure that the spirit of HFY lived on, lighting the way for future generations to embrace their strength and resilience.